Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamel.
And we are here at one of the most important places in town.
Where it goes down.
Where everybody
the magic happens.
Shows up to make magic happen.
Yeah, so a lot of things that happen in the city, a lot of events, a lot of great things happening with our business owners. I mean, a lot of resources comes out of this building right here.
At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, of course. I love walking into this building. Every time you walk in, you're greeted with a smile. The team here is incredible, and they want to help make the town and your business better.
Yes. So if you have a business here in the city and you're not part of the chamber, this is where you need to come.
Walk on in,
Just
under the
come on
parking
in and
deck.
ask all of the questions that you need to ask to see what benefits,
Yeah.
what benefits they're going to offer you with your membership.
Absolutely.
So that's really big. That's really big. So you have some great things coming up.
A busy time for sure.
Yes. Let's talk about these things here.
Well, tomorrow is, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's Global Meeting Industry Day.
Whatever she said, that's
so
what she's
all
doing.
around the world, there's meetings happening with people who work in events and meetings, and it's a really great thing. And we have one happening right here in Delray Beach at the Arts Warehouse, and I get to work with Discover the Palm Beaches and talk about living life authentically in full color, because you know that's what I'm all about.
So I'm gonna tell you something. So I was really jealous, right? So I watched the Best of Delray Morning Live on TBS this past weekend, and I seen your clips from the Green Market, and I wasn't there.
I told you had to be out of town. I had good snacks, met cool people.
But guess what?
What?
So there were so many vendors there. You only got a chance to really tap into a few.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going this weekend.
I'm so
I'm going
jealous.
this weekend
I'm away.
I'm going this weekend.
You had to do it the weekend I'm away, so you got payback. So he gets to get all the snacks, guys.
I'm going this weekend.
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun. I was doing a kids craft there this past weekend for the Arts Warehouse. Oh my gosh, the vendors are so good. You can't walk out of there without like baskets of food, because it's just everything you walk by looks so delicious, and it is so delicious, and it's local people.
Well, the one thing I did notice is that you were there filming, but somehow you had a bag, and I know that bag wasn't empty.
Oh
that
no,
was on your shoulder.
that is a full bag. I cannot walk through there without getting some bread, getting some fish, getting some veggies, and you get to see Captain Clay in his other spot at the Green Market.
I have to say that smoked fish dip.
I told you, it is the best.
Yes,
best.
The smoked fish dip is awesome.
Well, also about the best, we have a really exciting episode with really wonderful people who are always working hard behind the scenes here in town. Do you want to let them on?
Let's bring them on.
All right. Do your voice.
All right, so our first guest, we have Max.
Nope.
Max.
Nope. First,
Max
we have the one and only.
Oh my, you know what? So hold on, let's do this again.
That's why I said the official. Listen, Nancy.
Hold on, let's do this again.
My hair's short then.
This is not Max. All right, live TV guys.
This is my sister from another mister.
That's right. You know? That's why I thought you give her the announcer voice, Jamel.
You know?
All right.
So that is my screen. I was looking at the.
Yeah, he was looking at the other one. That's right. That's right. This is what happens live.
Yes.
All right. So you got to give.
And you know what? It does say one there.
Jamel, we got to work on those numbers.
You can slap me.
We got to work on.
Go ahead.
You know what, Nancy? He looks at big numbers. He wants the big numbers, so he's just jumping ahead a little bit. So give her the proper.
We talk about the big numbers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This lady here, Ms. Nancy Stewart, she's brought to you, listen, the Bacon and Bourbon Festival. She's brought to you the Garlic Festival. Now she's bringing one of the national renowned events, the Delray Beach Affair, one of the biggest events here in the state of Florida, I must say, and also definitely here in Delray Beach. Something that brings people from around the globe to come right here to our nice village by the sea.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Yes. So, and right now, I think, I tell people, like, there's a lot of new people here in this city. So a lot of times, we feel, we talk about Delray Affair every year because there's new people coming every year. So now we have to really start. So tell everybody, what's Delray Affair? How did it come about?
Well, Delray Affair is a 61-year-old art and craft festival that has been a major fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce. We span about 9 city blocks. We have almost 500 exhibitors, and we attracted a little over 110,000 people. This year has been really crazy. We sold out several months ago, and we've got a wait list of like over 100 people. So everything's going nuts this year as far as events. People are out and about and just ready to get back in business. The fun part is that during COVID, a lot of these artists and crafters kind of like faded away, and now there's a whole new influx of artists and crafters. So we're excited that we have some new blood this year.
So with with Delray Fair, you guys do different events. Sometimes there was events at night. Like, what are some of the different things that's happening this year with Delray Fair that didn't happen
Well,
last
we
year?
don't do any night events anymore. Of course, we have our food court is expanded on Swinton Avenue last year and ended up being a really good location.
Delicious.
It's right with our beer and wine garden and our live music. But this year we are in conjunction with the Billie Jean King Cup. So there's going to be a lot of, new people coming for the tennis, and, I think it'll be a really great cross promotion. People that are here for the Delray Fair may experience tennis who may not normally have, participated in the past.
Well, this is the best time of the year to stock up on gifts for the holidays. I know you think I'm crazy because it's early in the year, but these are people from all around that come with their incredible arts and crafts. And I mean, from tent to tent, it's a different experience, and it is just perfect for the whole family to come. I mean, you can get literally lost in it forever because there's so much to see.
And I don't want people just to think that it's just only arts and craft as well. I mean, there's clothes, there's shoes, there's like
All
a lot of
kinds
fashion
of
accessories,
things.
there's a lot of things,
Yep.
a lot of different food vendors.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Food is
something really
delicious.
for the whole family.
Yes.
You come out, get your steps in.
Yeah.
Bring your dog,
Yeah.
just walk up and down the avenue. Atlantic Avenue will be shut down. And I think the wayfinding people are like, oh my gosh, where's the parking? Where is this? Listen, there's ample amount of parking.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about that too.
Parking is not an issue. Last year, we launched a luxury shuttle bus, so we direct all of our attendees to the Tri-Rail and the South County Administrative Complex on Congress Avenue. So there's plenty of parking. The shuttle buses rotate all day long, not more than a 15-minute wait. They drop you right off at the beginning of the event. They pick you up and take you back. So you no longer have to really try to drive around and navigate the traffic and the frustration of trying to find a space. It's very easy. And with the Sports Commission, they have added extra buses to accommodate the people that will be coming here for tennis. It drops you right off in front of the police department across from the tennis center. So it's very handy. Now, we still have parking. Our police explorers do a fundraiser, so we charge $5 in the Old School Square parking garage and the Feddersfield garage, and those proceeds 100% go back to their organization. And I think last year they generated about $12,000, which paid for their whole unit's summer training, which is really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
great.
Well, and I think some people can just go ahead and Uber because they may spend a lot of time at the beer garden
Yeah.
at a beer and wine.
Absolutely.
So that might be a good idea just to
Absolutely.
go ahead and Uber. I think that area too, that food
was
court
so
area,
cool.
that was like one of the really coolest there. I was like, oh my gosh, I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, you did. I had a booth and was working, and I see him across the lawn over in that beer garden.
We have a lot of great sponsors too that
Yes.
have, we have Delray Honda on board. We have a golf cart sponsor, Beachside. Verizon's on board this year. We have the Department of Health and Human Services out of Washington, D.C., who's bringing a huge COVID activation this year for awareness of free testing, free vaccination. So
great.
a lot of new players this year, which we're really excited about.
Every year it gets better.
Absolutely.
I
When you think it can't get better,
I know,
somehow
right?
she one-ups herself
she
every
comes
year.
back and sit down and say, what can we do different,
I
and what can we do better? So I have to say, like, you really work hard on all events and everything that
Year
you do.
round,
So
year
you can
round
tell.
you are.
You can tell that you're passionate about it, so it shows.
And you have volunteers stationed all around, so if people are lost, and there's a info booth. So if you go and you're like, I'm overwhelmed, which it can happen because there's so much to look at, there's plenty of people who could direct you in an area that you might want to go.
We have a lot of chamber board members who have come on board this year as our block captains. So we have someone assigned to every block to assist with our exhibitors and also anybody who may be roaming around. And of course, we have our Delray Beach Police and firefighters that are on board too.
So I know one big question people want to ask about the restaurants. The restaurants down the avenue, like how do they come into play? Will they be closed? What's happening with that?
We try to encourage the restaurants who are not open for lunch to open for lunch because the ones that are do a booming business because people just want to get in the air conditioning, have a bite to eat, sit down for a few minutes. But a lot of the restaurants have a lot of hard difficulty with staffing, mostly in the kitchen, not so much wait staff, but mostly our kitchen staff. So we try to encourage them that, what you may not get in the evening because of the streets being closed, you can make up for in the afternoon, but, you can only encourage them. And
Yep.
Hey, I totally
Well,
understand
if
that.
not, go to the food court because there's plenty of options.
We have a lot of new restaurants in town that are
Yep.
open for lunch. People are
Yes.
going to be excited to try them. They weren't here last year. They're going to be
Yep.
available this year. So I think there's plenty for everybody.
And what are the dates and times for
The
people? who
dates
wanna
are April 14th, 15th, and 16th. On the 14th and 15th, we go from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, the 16th, we go from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
So you get plenty of shopping time.
But people come out early. And
Oh, they're waiting.
Anybody who wants to volunteer, we close the street at 1 a.m. We could use some help at 2 a.m. and our vendors start loading in at 4 a.m. So it's a long day the first day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I don't know, last year you guys had some collectibles, like collectible items for people that's been coming to the Delray Fair.
Oh yeah, you can get those at the chamber. We have commemorative pins that we used to do. There's a bulk of those, and of course we have almost every year of the Delray Fair poster that you can come into the chamber and
So
purchase.
fun.
Our poster artist this year is Martha Quigley. She did a painting of the new lifeguard station on the beach, and our commemorative shirts that we're doing will have being all over print of that poster.
Oh, beautiful. It's
Nice
gorgeous.
color. I'm gonna get some shoes to match that shirt.
And the thing that I think is so fun too is you really can collect them and hang them on your wall. They're so beautiful, and it's a nice token of memory.
totally
You'll
agree.
see that around town. You go to various doctor's offices
Yeah,
and stuff
you
like
see
that.
'em.
They have a collection. But our official merchandise booth is located on Northeast 2nd and Atlantic Avenue, and it's sponsored by True Floridian this year. So
Oh,
so they're a new
wonderful.
merchandise sponsor.
That's great.
What do you have a website?
DelrayFair.com.
DelrayFair.com. All right. And is there anything else about the Delray Fair that you want to share for the viewers?
No, people come out early on Friday, even though we're not open till 10. The true blue shoppers know that they can come out and take a look around before everybody's open, and just come out and support the chamber. It's a great event. We're looking forward to great weather.
Yes.
Right. Awesome.
Thank
Ladies and
you for all
gentlemen,
your
my
hard
sister
work.
from another mister, Miss Nancy Stewart. Let's give it up for her. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you are tall, Nancy. All right. Well, I'm so excited for the Delray Fair. I
Yeah.
can't wait to shop.
Do you have a
and
booth
eat.
and everything this
I
year?
don't this year. Last year, it was so much fun, but I want to get to walk around and shop.
about to say
Jamel.
you don't get a
Instead
chance
of
to.
work, I want to shop and support these businesses. So I will be wandering around, spending my money.
All righty. I'll let you do the introduction of it.
Okay, so next up, we have 3 familiar faces. We have Max, Brian, and Ryan. So
Yes.
Max is the president of Delray Concours Foundation. Brian is the co-host of Delray Beach Bed Races. And Ryan is, of course, a Delray Beach City Commissioner and formerly on the show. Well, the founder of the show, but formerly
Yes.
I got to see every Wednesday. But lately, I got to see you every week lately. This is like, I was teasing. I was like, you miss us, don't you? You miss these mornings.
I do. And the first thing I do want to say is last time you had me on the show, not counting me dancing in the background a few weeks ago, but we talked about the Geo Bond, and I just
Yep.
want to say thank you to Delray Morning Live. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for helping us spread the word and educate all of our residents about the Geo Bond, and they both passed. So
I'm very excited. I
Thank you.
mean,
Some
that
great
was
things
wonderful.
coming to the city with this.
Yeah,
Some great things.
yes,
Great.
so thank you.
Well, you 3 are always up to some kind of fun. So what is going on now?
Well, I gotta tell you, I'll hand it over to these two because they just took the reins randomly. What was it at a softball game? The police and fire softball game. I was talking about, well, sometimes we get talking about the things we miss,
Yep.
right, in Delray. And one of those things is the bed races.
Yep.
And I remember, man, it's over a decade ago. I was in the bed races, 2-time champion, my wife and I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
But it was, and with a broken wrist one year. But it was Stephanie Melman who ran it back then, who ran the bed race, and she kept it, she kept it alive. But I think a lot of people miss it, and I was mentioning that, and I'm like, if only someone would take the reins and bring that back.
Perfect someone. Perfect. So for people who don't know what the bed races are, tell us a little bit about what are the bed races. They sound wonderful. What is this?
So, over the years, they've been many different things, but probably traditionally, It starts with a parade where you actually make your own bed and they walk them down almost like floats.
Stop.
Like floats, and
I'm gonna
sometimes there's
make
some
one.
classic cars and some costumes involved as
Yes.
well. And you can win an award for the costume or the best bed.
Oh.
But then the real event starts where they wheel out the racing beds.
Oh.
So you don't have to bring your own bed. Back in the day, there was racing beds provided. And the team jumps in them. One has to ride inside. Then you had 4 at each bedpost, and you race them down the street. And then you bob for apples, or you wrap someone in toilet paper, or you jump through hula hoops, or all types of activities. And then you race all the way back. And it's just like, hey, it's just like March Madness. There's a bracket, right?
Oh my gosh, guys.
All the way down to a winner.
This is hilarious. Okay, so when is this taking place? How do people sign up? I want to decorate, so whoever will let me be on your team, I promise I'll do a good job.
So we have April 22nd.
Okay.
It's the weekend after Delray Affair. Mm-hmm. So hopefully people have restored their energy by then. So it is the celebration of the end of the spring. Mm-hmm. And next year we'll maybe do it in the fall, tying a little Halloween into it.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Really get those costumes crazy.
Yeah.
But it is essentially the revival of the iconic Pineapple Grove event that ran 2001, 2011. It really set Pineapple Grove on the regional map. Mm-hmm. And it's time to revive it and bring it back because of the extension of Pineapple Grove, south of Atlantic Ave, which is thanks to Brian. This was a childhood dream of mine. It was a vague memory that I always had. I wanted to bring this back. And
amazing.
talked to Ryan maybe 3 years ago. Said, is there any possibility? Then talked to Brian. When OG reopens, when the street gets a little revived, and it's the perfect year to bring it back.
Well, what you told me
Absolutely.
about when you were a kid, and I didn't even think about this, because my son was like 3 when I was in the races. But you told me when you were a kid, you were like, I can't wait till I'm old enough to be in the bed
that's
races.
amazing.
And it really got me thinking,
That's amazing.
how many
Yeah.
kids? It made me feel a little old.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I was like, ooh.
But how many kids
Yeah.
saw those bed races?
And we're excited and felt
excited
that
to
way.
be in it.
Yeah.
And then it's no longer around. And you're giving all those kids
Yes.
that opportunity.
So we actually have a team signing up that is from the original 2001 winner. They're bringing
Ah.
Family, right?
It's a family. It's 3rd generation now. So this is 20
Oh,
years
how
later.
cool.
I say you gotta have a lot of WD-40 for those knees.
They're not gonna win that one.
Which
Oh
is
my
amazing
gosh.
because I've set up Delray Concours Foundation to bring back 10 different downtown events for the next 3 generations for my grandkids.
Incredible.
So
Incredible.
it's going to be 6 generations long then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I think what you quickly mentioned was about what you have done, Brian, down Pineapple Grove in really extending it southbound. Because we all know about this part of town. My store's over there. There's all great restaurants. But really taking that opportunity, because you have such a great vision for what you see that things can become, and how you extended that in such a cool way. I mean, there isn't anybody in town that hasn't gone down there and is so excited to be at the OG. And really, I mean, that was your vision.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it was started off, we'll call it a social experiment.
Yeah.
I work in commercial real estate.
Yep.
Bought a small little bar, block and a half south of Atlantic Avenue and Pineapple
Yeah.
Grove, which tends to be one of the strongest intersections in the city here. And it really started up as a pop-up, like a little pop-up, just
Yeah.
kind of testing it, and it really had legs. And honestly, I can't take all the credit. I put some of my money where my mouth
Yeah.
is, but I can't take all the credit. It's really that neighborhood. Osceola Park has a very strong community. It's a community where the artists live. They joke
Yeah.
around because it's an area that tends to be a little more affordable than the north of Atlantic Avenue. And, they got the Artist in the Alley, which has been going on for years. And it's just, there's a very heavy art and culture
Yeah.
vibe
And cool
there.
galleries. There's
Yeah.
a lot of fabulous things that are
Right,
happening. there.
I remember at one point I used to joke because I used to say that he's in the shadows of Atlantic Avenue, on that side of Pineapple Grove, but I can't say that anymore.
No, it's
not
turning
really
into the
shadows.
entertainment district.
got its
You've
own
you've got on the
personality.
south side,
Right.
the marketplace bringing
Yeah.
in 2 new entertainment
Right.
concepts. You've got the social.
Yep.
You've got the OG, all within the entertainment
So
district.
everything there, and I think I have to say, like even now the food at OG.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you, yeah.
the
It's
burgers, the chicken
wonderful.
wings, wings, the chicken tenders. I mean, everything. I think what you guys have done over there is really invited a nice group of people. You guys are really entertaining a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, again, part of it was, again, looking at that Osceola Park master plan that was put together by the community, by the city in 2018, which really gave us the playbook. They said, hey, we want to clean up the blight along the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
We went and created 61 parking spaces, and we're so excited. Again, we do a ton of things with the community. We're hosting YPAD this afternoon. We're super excited to do that. We've done it before.
And people love it. Like that is one of the events that everybody talks about for YPAD is, oh, it's at the OG. Are you going? Are you going? I mean, the amount of text I've got, am I going to
Bring
the
them
OG?
all. We're
Everybody
open.
loves it. And so how does this then tie in? So are the bed races taking place down that
Yeah, so
corridor
what we've
then?
done, again, Max is like is the guy that makes it happen.
Yes.
Really, I'm just here to support Max. Max comes to me, says, hey, I got an idea, I want to do something. And then he, I'm like, what can we do to help
He knows where to
you, Max?
go. Yeah.
Happen to own some real estate down the street, happen to control some things that I can sign off and give permission to use yards to set up vendors and do things. And again, this is a dead end street. Like it's not a primary street because 2nd Avenue goes and then on 3rd turns back into Swinton. So by blocking off a block, you're not stopping, the Atlantic Avenue flow. You're not stopping the Pineapple Grove flow. And it really is a quieter street where you've got Sofa apartment building with the most of the facade there.
Yes.
And their entrances are all in the alley.
Yep.
So that traffic's not coming down. And then, it's kind of
Perfect
industrial.
spot.
Yeah, so it's a fun street to really do things and bring this energy that this neighborhood, has at its core and kind of re-spark the fire. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're using, art, culture, and the community and just bringing energy to a place. And then it's like placemaking, really.
Yeah. So how do people get involved? Because I know people like the two of us are watching and we're like, bed races, we want, because I mean, somebody has a football team. I'm just saying, I can decorate and you got a football team.
Well,
No, we gotta have some strong.
We're
runners.
already in.
Yeah,
So how do
exactly.
we are?
Yeah.
How do we, well, he signed up already. For everybody else like me who doesn't know how to sign up, how do we sign up?
So go to delraybedraces.com.
Okay.
The deadline is Friday.
Oh,
Hurry up.
We are building the beds, so all you need is
We're good.
5
You're
people
decorating
in
the cart.
crazy costumes.
Yep.
All you need.
this is
And
so
hula hooping
exciting. Guys, this is what I live for.
I was
Crazy
There's no competition with Ryan. Like,
What?
I already know Ryan's gonna come with something
Of course
crazy.
he
If he's
I
gonna,
is.
was on your team one year when we were like, it was the AC/DC vibe where we all had like the shirts and the ties.
There were I was looking back at all those photos because I sent some over to Max,
2007.
and man, people would go all. I forgot how.
I will tell you,
all out we
I
were.
remember very clearly, Tag Bar was still in business then.
Yeah.
And there's all these big dudes in high heels, and they smoked us.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it was embarrassing. We ran down the street, and we're like, by far the fastest bet, So it was a really memorable time.
So is there a theme, or you could do any kind of costume you want?
Any costume you want. It's your, you set up a team, and
Oh,
you
no.
create your vibe.
is there a competition like on best dressed team? Is there a little category? I think that should be a
Yeah, there should be
category.
a best dress. We want a best dress. There needs to be a best dress.
I think the most unique costume or best something like that. I don't know
Even
what
if
they
you don't
call
win
it.
the race, maybe you win the costume.
And we have a referee right here.
Yes, so I'll be there as well. Yeah,
You will be the referee?
Yeah, I'll be
Wait,
the ref.
I thought we were on a team. You just abandoned me to referee.
Sorry.
Look.
Hey, so,
He's on both.
Don't look at me. Max tagged
Control
me
this
into
man. Control this man, somebody.
well,
Somebody
you can
control
decorate.
this
You can
man.
decorate the cart for the football team.
You can be the princess on the bed.
There you go.
Cause tell
wanna be on your team.
tell you these kids are not doing any decorating whatsoever. They're probably athletic, but they're not artistic at all.
I hope not. I hope not. Well, guys, this is so exciting, and thank you for this and all that you guys are always doing. Is there anything else? Because the three of you have a million things going on all the time. Is there anything else you want people to know about that's happening?
The only two things that I want to comment on is, and Brian, you just went over it very quickly, but I think it's so important. You're gonna go to OG if you haven't been already, and the food's great, and the music's great, and sitting outside. We'd love to go there for lunch on the
Beautiful.
weekends with the family.
And the murals,
When
yeah.
you walk in the art, yes. When you walk in and you walk out, and you see all the beautiful parking spaces and curbs and sidewalks and lighting all down, all the way down the railroad tracks there. That was his
different
investment
world.
in our
Yes.
city.
Thank you.
And he had
Seriously,
to really
Brian.
fight. He had to really fight for it.
Yeah.
And I know it's not as exciting as like the best tacos you've ever had and
Right.
great street art. But man, it made such a difference in that community, and I know everyone in Osceola Park and all around those blocks were so grateful. So
Yeah.
I want to say thank you
Thank
for that.
you.
And Max, thank
Big
you
deal.
for, bringing everybody together, because it's so, this is a collaboration. You got to
Yeah.
have all of these parts. No one person can do it, but you need a quarterback, and you're our quarterback.
Yep.
He is.
And thank you. I know you
Go deep like Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Tip of the spear, baby. Tip of the spear.
That's it. And I know you have all those sponsors that have been helping you as well. So it really is a team effort. So thank you, both of you.
You guys are wonderful. And of course, thank you to you, Ryan. I mean,
Yes.
being a commissioner, I think a lot of times is a little bit thankless. You get a lot of people yelling. But really, just all that you do and all that you're involved in, and just making the town more fun and more beautiful and a great place for all of us to live and work and, and attracting people.
One thing I have to say about Ryan when it comes to a lot of community events, he's not only there, he's participating
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and,
Yes.
and involved into a lot of
And
events with his family.
and
Yes, doing
promoting,
it all.
participating, promoting.
Hey, he comes
Brings
to
that big
the
energy.
booted for
Big
the
energy.
yes, yes, big time.
With his little cuties. I love it. Well, thank you guys for
Thank
all
you
that
guys.
you do for our town, and we can't wait.
Yep.
It's going to be
Right around the
fun.
corner.
Bed races, vroom vroom.
Bed races.
I think I'm gonna find a little bed and put a little motor, get like a little weed eater motor on the back and try to.
Don't tell anyone your ideas.
No, I'm not.
Janelle.
Now you know when you're a kid, and you used to put like a soda can on your back tire to make it sound like a motorcycle.
car, yeah,
yeah. You put something.
My brother used to
Yeah,
do that.
I'm coming
That's
up
a
with
boy
something.
thing.
I'm coming up with something.
I didn't do it, right? I didn't do that.
We would not lose to Brian Rose
guys.
in high heels. We would not lose to Brian Rose while he's wearing high heels.
I can't believe you just abandoned me in
Thanks,
5
guys.
seconds flat. Thank you. Okay, so do we want to bring on our next guest?
Yes, Miss Shelley Hemorrhage. She's I love this title. You know why? She's the wife of Billy Hemorrhage, Vice President of the Delray Beach Concours Foundation. Come on in.
Come on in.
So,
Okay, Shelly's coming from the. Wait, we got to figure out how we're going to get her in here.
yes.
We made it really easy for her today. There's things everywhere than it is to get through this
Yes.
chair situation. Hi, Shelly. Welcome on. We're so excited to have you.
So happy to be here.
So, I mean, we love the title. We love.
I do love the title.
That's a
too,
wonderful
because,
title.
I'm so proud to be here to represent my husband, Billy Himmelrich, who is the vice president of the Concours Foundation and also owns the Old School Bakery.
Everyone knows and loves.
Everyone
Every time I
knows
see that
and
truck
loves.
driving around, I'm like, ooh, where are they going?
Everyone knows the Old School
Yeah.
Bakery and knows it and loves it and loves
Mm-hmm.
Billy. And the best part.
And of course you. Of course
Thank you. Billy is so excited about the car show that he has already purchased his cookie cutters that are car shaped, so he can make car cookies. So he's really excited about that, and we're so glad to be involved because having a wholesome family activity for Father's Day in Delray Beach is just fabulous, and we're grateful to Max for putting it all together.
So just so that we can bring everybody in, this is a totally different event.
Right.
This is a totally different event from the bed races.
Matt, like we said, these two are involved in a lot of
They're
things,
involved
guys.
in a lot.
So they have that event and this event coming up. So tell us a little bit about this event, how it got started, and what to expect.
Delray didn't have a Father's Day event. Now it does.
Now it does.
So it's taking the Concours d'Elegance concept, which is very formal, dress code, expensive, not accessible, and it's across the globe really. And it's making it family friendly, community based, free and open to the public, and taking that same quality of event. So it's a real Concours. $70 million worth of cars on Old School Square.
Wow.
But we have to fence it off because it's family friendly.
Yes.
But it's accessible, and now it's downtown. And I don't believe in putting energy where it's not going to be invested. So it's not a one-time thing. It's ready for the next 50 years, next 3 generations. And that's the big event of the year. So the idea is Delray Concours Foundation is going to have about 10 downtown events a year. Downtown drive-in movies, bed races, bringing back some heritage events.
So
And
fun.
mixing it with some new innovation. And tying a little classic car in there, tying community, art, and just lead up to the big day. But every event will be a big day.
Max, I have to say, you're a true gem.
Seriously.
You are a true gem
Yeah.
to our city. I mean, with
Yes.
the creativity, and this is really bringing back some history, bringing it back now, you know, and I think doing it in a creative way. I have to say, I'm really excited about these events because when you spoke about 10 events and now you just told me about 2 that you're doing, I'm excited about the other 8.
Exactly. I'm like, what are they? I'm like, wait a minute, can we have a list?
Yeah, but this, I mean, this is really something unique.
Yeah.
Really unique.
And I love how you're making this accessible because I think that's one thing. Exactly.
Right.
So many people are like, love looking at beautiful cars. Who doesn't? But you're like, oh yeah, like so many people are like, oh well, I can't go to that event. Like it's just for a few people.
You're thinking
But
about
you're making it
everybody
for
now.
everybody, so everyone can enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And our honorary chair is Elo from Supercar Rooms Miami. He's bringing something that you've probably never seen in your life in person. A Lamborghini tractor, a 1 of 7
What?
prototype.
Like a tractor
A tractor.
Lamborghini tractor.
What?
Wow.
These are for the fancy farmers.
I want to know what field he's plowing.
Same. Wow, a Lamborghini tractor. I didn't even know those came together.
Very, very special cars.
Do we get to drive it?
She's gonna mow the lawn out here on the Lamborghini tractor.
We're gonna get a picture of you on.
Wow,
Okay,
that's incredible. I think she earned that. So
I asked first.
she did ask for. See, guys, you can't get it if you don't ask.
And it's a day full of experiences. So we have
Okay.
the green market going on. It's
Yeah.
family friendly. Go downtown for lunch. Come to the VIP lounge. Just enjoy the award ceremony.
Yeah,
It's something for everybody.
it's wonderful. So, and I just want to also say, you are involved in so many organizations and doing so much good in this town. And it's so wonderful to see all of these things happen in conjunction with each other and finding these community members who want to have fun and want to support a good cause. And I know that all of you are always standing behind so many of our nonprofits, and I want to make sure we mention that about you and your husband as well, because you're such supporters of this town and so many community partners, which is
We both
huge.
feel the importance of community really deeply and the importance of helping people very deeply. We both have families who have done that, and it's the most meaningful thing that we do. And I think
Yeah.
connecting people is what I love most. So I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Yes,
Thank you.
we're lucky to have you.
Yes.
I mean, we are, and we gush about this every single week on this show, how lucky we are to be in this town with
what I
these
think.
people and just so many wonderful people doing so many fabulous things and helping others and always stepping up to the plate and finding ways to do better and do more to make our community even better.
Is there a
But
website
it's
for it?
about the people. Yeah, the cars are cool. But it's about the people.
The cars are very
Yeah.
cool, Max.
We-
Very,
we-
very
Max, and we can tell that you speak from the heart,
Yes,
like
he
when you
does.
really
Always.
do see that.
Even
Always.
Grimes is,
Yeah.
they've jumped on the actual foundation board.
Yeah.
It is amazing, the amount of local people that are part of this. So it's
Yeah.
regional, but it's local.
Yes.
I like it, Max. I like it.
Beautiful.
Do you have a website that people can go
Yeah,
to?
so it's delrayconcours.org. That's Concours with a S at the end. Deadline for cars and sponsorships is April 28th.
Okay.
We want to make sure that we do everything right and make it the best production, highest quality event we can do.
I think you're going to do it.
I think you're gonna do
You
it.
Oh,
do
we're gonna do
everything
it.
next level, Max. You're not into just like throwing it together. There's lots of planning involved. So
Why
it's gonna
not?
be
Let's do
fabulous.
it. We're doing it.
We're
That's
doing it.
right. So anything else that you guys want to share about anything going on?
And I think it's great that the Concours will also support local nonprofits. And that means a lot to us. And
Absolutely.
It's not, I'm not taking anything out of this. It's, if I don't do it, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
I want to see it happen.
Yeah.
This
So
guy.
it's taking the vision out of here, which is 16 months in the process.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up.
Throwing it, splashing it on
He's magical. He really is magical,
That's
Max.
But it's really to benefit the established Delray nonprofits.
Yeah.
Achievement Center, Community Classroom Project, Delray Citizen, Delray Police, Delray Fire Benevolent, Miracle League. It's
all great
about
organizations.
Amazing
supporting the
organizations.
local organizations that have really been, stepping stones for this community.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited. What a fun year we have.
Yes, it's gonna be going into the summer. The next couple of weeks.
I
mean, it's
know.
awesome.
Which is great.
We don't have summer events.
No, we don't. Everyone
No,
forgets
we
about us
will.
that live here. Like, our season's over. We're like, we're here year round, guys. Like, a lot of us are always
Exactly.
here. We don't leave. This is great.
Well, thank you guys very
Thank you
much.
so
I
much.
truly appreciate
It's a
it
pleasure.
for joining us this morning. Ryan, is there anything exciting going on with the city, like coming up next?
This is not enough.
I know, right?
No, we
Your
want
show.
more, Ryan. We need more.
I was about to say.
more.
He's like, I'm like, yeah, this is exciting, but I know, right? You look like you have something brewing. You just have
He does.
something
He's got
brewing
that
going on.
I don't know if there's anything left. I'll just say that, from a city's perspective, what's really great about individuals or organizations that put on all these events is sometimes our job is just to say yes, and how can we support?
Yes.
That's the great part about the partnership is when you have individuals out there, because the city's busy and we'd love to do all these things. So sometimes you just say yes, and how can we support you? And sometimes it's a little lift, sometimes it's a big lift. With organizations like this and the chamber, sometimes it's a little lift, and sometimes it's a Delray affair, right? And we're
Yes.
partners for the last 60 years. So it's just a thank you from
wonderful.
from the city to everybody that puts these incredible events on, and I'm so glad to see them back. I mean, Jazz on the Ave came back last
Yes.
year. Now bed races are back. Now I get to spend my Father's Day going to a car show in my city, not going to another
Yes.
city
This
for
is
Father's Day, because that's what I like to
amazing.
do on Father's Day. So,
Yeah.
and it's just so exciting. It just feels like Delray, right?
I like it.
It's wonderful. Well,
like it.
thank you to you
thank
guys
you
and
for
everyone
inspiring me.
involved for making this happen and really setting our town apart from everybody else with all of these kind of events and activations that you're bringing right here. So thank you
Thank you very much.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, I'm excited. We have so
Me
much
too.
fun coming up. God, I'm marking it all in my calendar so I don't miss any of it, which is hard. I mean, it's hard to make it to everything in this
Yes.
town, but somehow we're gonna do it.
We will.
Yes. So
Thank you, Shelley.
the one thing that Ryan touched on that I really do like is that when people come with all these ideas to the city is opening that door
Yes.
and saying, how can we make
Yeah.
this happen? A lot of times in a lot of areas, people go to their municipality and it's more of like they find a way on not making that event happen.
Or they
It's
don't
like-
even get the opportunity
they
to
don't
talk
even
about
there
it.
you go. There
Yep.
you go. But I like that, they're, taking these ideas and
Yeah.
just saying, you know what, we want this here in our
Yep.
town. And they're making it inclusive for everybody.
It's amazing. We are really, really lucky to be in such a beautiful, wonderful place.
Yes, I totally agree. But, no further ado, thank you guys for joining us. Have an awesome, awesome week. Have an awesome weekend coming up. And guess what? Have a Delray day.
I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.